Welcome to the Tennishackery podcast. This is episode number 36, the first of the year 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. I know this is already Jan 25th, but Happy New Year nonetheless. So, hey Soham, how are you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Happy New Year, happy 2026 to everyone, and looking forward to a lot of interesting stuff this year. Tennis wise, hopefully everybody stays healthy. That's always the goal, so that we can all play good tennis. Then we also feel good about talking about uh, variety of things across the tennis, including our venture at
Absolutely.
Tennishackery.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
I
Yes.
think everybody's on our team super excited today. Welcome everyone. We are missing Craig and Alex. They're super busy. Maybe they're watching the Australian Open, but Tarun and I are so keen that hey, we haven't done a podcast in a few weeks. We want to bring something to our listeners and viewers. So this is our January special.
Yep, indeed. And in case you haven't heard of us before, Tennis Hackery at Tennis Hackery with a Y is our social media handle. We are all about discussing about the fundamentals, fitness, and the mindset aspects of the game that help you improve. You can find us on social media on Instagram. We are very extremely active on Instagram, Facebook, Meta, X, which used to be Twitter, and of course, the audio version of this podcast will go to Spotify. But any podcast reader, whether you're an Apple podcast or any other podcasting platform, you can find us. Just look for at Tennis Hackery with a Y. The video version goes to YouTube, so please do like, share, subscribe, and follow us. With that, let's get started. So, what are we talking about this week in this episode, Sam?
I think we obviously want to talk about what's going on in the world of tennis and what we are doing in the background and progress
Absolutely.
at Tennishackery. But before we get into the world of tennis, I want to ask you a question, Tarun. As a tennis player or coach or a tennis lover, what are one or maybe two things that you're most looking forward to implementing this year, whether it's a fundamental thing, a fitness thing, or a mindset based thing? What's kind of your goal in 2026?
Oh, definitely. My goal is this. I have talked about last year, like when we were talking to Craig, when we were like having this episode about the serves and returns. Uh, I definitely want to improve my returns, and a closely related shot to the return is, of course, the volley. So these are the shots that have been kind of hurting me in matches. They tend to break down, and give up a lot of easy points. So if I can kind of fix these two shots, with some fundamental work, with get those reps in, and shorten that backswing, and get that timing right. Hopefully, it will hold me in good stead for 2026. Let's see. How about you, Soham?
So, I just came back from Sacramento where we had the USTA Northern California sectional championships. We are in the top eight, and when I was not playing matches, I was watching. It was all doubles, right? So, and I am trying to grow in doubles as well because I'm primarily a singles player. But it's always good to strengthen your weaknesses, get
Absolutely.
better at things that you're not naturally good at. So for me, that's doubles. And one of the things that while I was observing as a spectator some of the matches is the how important it is to have a good serve. And I keep talking about it, and I know you refer to the episodes that we had before. So guys, listeners, you can go back and check some of our episodes on this. We had a two-part episode on serves and returns, and I spoke about some of the why serve is so important and what I see in juniors. Serve is one thing you can control
Right.
when you're serving, and especially in doubles, having a good serve to set up your partner at the net is so important. So, and even in singles, serve, getting easy points on your serve is essential because um, you can play freely when you're returning the opponent's serve if you're able to hold easily. So one of my goals this year is to have a much better serve where I'm winning more free points, which is helpful in both singles and doubles. And as well have an effective, when I say serve, a good first serve where I can win free points, and an effective second serve where I can probably set up with the plus one, serve plus
Right.
one
Right.
opportunity. So from serve, definitely very, very important for me. And another thing that's super important that comes under the umbrella of fitness
Yeah.
is general like explosive footwork, which is split stepping, so important. And I keep telling the students that I work with that it's so important to be balanced. It's so important to have quick footwork. It's so important to be ready for shots
Right.
and not be off balance or late. I want to keep working towards improving my footwork. And just because tennis hackery, we believe in the wholesome concept of fundamentals, fitness, and mindset.
Right.
The third thing that I want to keep working on is understanding the concept that Coach Craig mentions a lot of time is sending and receiving, right? So being able to be smart about playing shots based on the kind of balls you get is so important. And I'm realizing, like, just as an example, like sometimes you get neutral balls and you should know what to do with a type of ball that you're getting back.
Right.
If it's a neutral ball, or if it's an offensive ball, if it's a defensive ball, you should have a plan.
Right.
And those are the things that is like a work in progress always as I play like more tournaments and leagues and general tennis, and I can share that knowledge with some of my students.
Awesome.
So I wanted to make sure that I talk about three things,
Absolutely.
and they come under FFM model that we often talk about at Tennishackery.
Yes.
And just to finish off this thought, anybody who sends us their videos, we analyze and we take you on this journey where our idea at Tennishackery is to help you grow over time as you go through this journey with us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not only am I trying to go on a journey on my own and trying to improve these three facets of tennis, but we want to help other people out there also do the same thing.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
Well said. Well said. Yeah.
with this growth mindset, let's get into the meat of our discussion,
Yes. Which is the Australian
Which is
Open.
which is the Aussie Open, right?
The season has started. So super
Yes.
excited. Yeah. So I think Jan, we are like today, as at the time of shooting this episode, this is Jan 25th, so which means that the fourth round is almost complete, and we are getting close to a good quarterfinal lineup in both men's and women's. We're primarily restricting ourselves to singles right now. So it's been an open. It's been a very good. It's been a good tournament this year. It looks like. I think the usual suspects on hardcourt are doing well. I mean, Medvedev losing in singles was I wouldn't call it a shocker, because as we've spoken about before, Coach Craig and we've discussed about like what's going wrong with him. But I mean, he's still world number 11. It's not like things are going super wrong. Just Lerner Tien played an absolutely amazing match. Any thoughts, Soham, on that?
First of all, Medvedev was on an unbeaten run
Yes.
to start the year,
he won
and I
Brisbane,
was
yeah.
following him.
Yeah.
He's changed his team. I mean, I think mentally he's a lot more sorted, at least to begin the year,
Right.
than he was in the last 1 or 2 years. And he was actually looking pretty good. He came back from 2 sets down the other day to win in five.
Right.
But man, one of my like Coach Craig asked a question in our group chat that who are your wild cards for this tournament? Who you rate highly?
Right.
One of the names, I mean, I gave two names in singles in men's. One was Mensik, who unfortunately has had to retire before his match scheduled tonight with Novak. But the second one was Lerner Tien, because Lerner Tien is, man, I mean, he has a great team, Michael Chang, but overall his growth has been massive in the last 1 or 2 years, or what I've been watching.
Yes.
I am a big fan of Lerner Tien, actually.
Yeah, some of the amazing
Great
things he does,
mentality.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's well said when you said mentality, because
Yeah.
I was listening to Andy Roddick speak about this on his Serve podcast. So one of the observations he made, which is I think spot on, is about his mentality. The IQ is extremely high. I mean, he loses points predictably. I mean, that he's not making poor decisions on court. Like every shot is with pinpoint accuracy. With the short backswing, he's taking the ball early, and the big changes I have noticed is he's going for big forehands now. It's not like it's a passive game. He is going. It's not like a precision passive game. He is started to dictate with his forehand as well, and his backhand was always solid.
Yes, agreed. And I am looking forward to, the younger guys
Yes.
stepping it up. I want to see how far Ben Shelton can go. I mean, I think if I believe, I am not 100% sure, Tarun. You can correct me, but if he wins, I think he has to face Sinner. Now that's a tough match.
Right.
But not the ideal matchup for Ben.
Right.
If it was Novak,
Yeah.
I think he could have, like, so Shelton plays Casper Ruud tonight.
Yes.
I think he can take out Casper Ruud. I think so. If
yeah.
he wins,
Yep.
then I think he plays the winner of Dardari and Sinner. I think Sinner will win that. I just don't see Shelton beating Sinner at Australia at the Australian Open. That's tough. And on the other side of that same half of the draw, I think it's Musetti who just beat Fritz.
Did he
Just
just beat?
before-
Is the match over?
I think so. Or at least Musetti was up 2 sets,
Oh, he was
and
up
Fritz
2
was
sets.
Fritz wasn't looking that healthy, honestly. He was struggling.
It's supposed to be
Maybe
good
it's
conditions
the-
for him, like generally faster courts. Fritz
Yeah,
probably has
yeah,
an
but-
advantage.
But also, I think it's hot.
Yeah, it
in
is,
Australia,
it
hot
is.
and humid. So
Yep.
Musetti versus Novak. With Novak getting that bye, I mean, over Mensik, I don't know. I think Musetti can make it a 4-set match, probably.
I don't know.
But I don't see him beating Novak
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I also do not think Novak can beat Sinner.
Yes, Sinner is a very, very bad matchup for Novak.
Sinner is not the ideal matchup for Novak.
Yeah.
Sinner is a younger version of Novak almost.
Younger and like a potentially more power.
Yeah. So that's that side of the half. On the other side of the half, Alcaraz looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been killing people, but from what I saw in the last couple of matches,
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things previously, before the beginning of the Australian Open, was so Alcaraz changed his serve.
Yeah.
Now, jokingly, Novak was like, he copied my serve because it's exactly the same now.
Yep.
So it's like Novak has
Yep,
copyright
yeah.
on his
Yep.
on his serve, and if Alcaraz wins the Australian Open, then maybe he should give a cut to Novak of his prize money. But anyway, I think that serve is super effective.
Yep.
Now, I think I was listening to a story somewhere, Tarun, that Boris Becker was talking about
Yes.
this,
Yep.
about Novak making him helping Novak make a change to his serve.
Yes. Bigger serves.
Because what Boris was saying was, without that change in the serve, the matches in the earlier rounds were going much longer.
Yes. And he was
So
getting
by the
loose.
time he was reaching the semis in those big matches, he was kind of exhausted from all that long matches, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's much more effective and like easily holding, and the matches are shorter, and his serve is just better now.
It's just
Novak.
better. He just
So Alcaraz has adapted his serve to be similar to the way Novak does it, and Alcaraz hasn't lost a set, so he's been pretty solid so far.
It's pretty solid. Yeah. It was,
I don't think so. Alcaraz, I think, plays De Minaur next in the
yeah, so
quarterfinal.
that's a big blockbuster match. Yes.
That's a good match, but I think Alcaraz has too much flair for De
too
Minaur.
much firepower and yeah. So.
But I can see De Minaur winning a set. But I just feel Alcaraz is just a little bit more experienced at the bigger stages.
Yeah.
And who's the other?
Zverev.
Zverev is playing.
Uh,
Who is he playing?
I got to look up the draw, but yes, the thing with Zverev is that he's had some impressive wins, man. He beat Cerundolo, I think.
He beat Serendolo. That's a really
That
good
was
win.
a straight
Yes.
sets win. So maybe I
Yep.
don't know this. I mean, will he? Can he do it this year? Can he like?
Is he playing? Who is he playing?
Sinner, Musetti, Zverev, Tien. I think he's going
Oh,
to
he's
play
playing Lerner Tien. Of
Yes.
course.
So,
Okay.
so yeah. So that's going to be a fun match.
That could be an upset.
Yeah, we'll see. Like if Tien can play his, he can attack the Zverev forehand. Perhaps there could be he stays away from Zverev's backhand.
Zverev should win
Yep.
based on experience,
Yep.
but that is a potential upset. I see Alcaraz probably going through. Honestly, though, on that side of the draw, I don't think anybody can hurt Alcaraz. I think Alcaraz is going to the final for sure.
Yep. It looks like
I don't
it,
see
but-
any of those guys hurting Alcaraz. Not De Minaur, not Tien, or not Sasha.
Yeah,
The
so-
other side is interesting because I think Novak will beat Musetti, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's going
And I think Sinner. I just don't see, man. I don't think Novak can beat Sinner.
Yeah.
I just don't see
This
it.
is going to be tough for Novak.
This is good. Are we looking at yet another Sin-Karaz final?
Potentially, yes. I hope Novak can bring his A game, and let's see what happens. Novak has the. I mean, he's well rested, and if he has a decent game versus, we'll see how it works out.
I'm glad we are doing this episode at this juncture of the Australian Open, where it's like the quarterfinals are being set up, and we can kind of forecast what may happen. So great timing, Tarun, on the episode.
Yep.
Let's quickly talk about the women's. So
Yeah. Hey, before that,
Yeah.
that topic I reviewed about Novak.
yes.
What did you think
Yes.
of him like hitting that ball onto the ball? I mean, not deliberately, of course, but instinctively and in anger.
So I'm going to be honest. I have actually not seen that clip, but I know it's been doing the rounds in
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
Without having seen the exact event, I mean, I think everyone's entitled to show emotion on court.
Well,
I
yeah.
do it too. I'm a very emotional person, but it's the way you express the emotion.
Yep. Yep.
Are you shouting, which is perfectly okay? Are you throwing stuff? I don't think that's okay, especially if you're throwing stuff and trying to
yeah.
almost hurt other people.
Yep.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
Are you sitting in a corner and just smashing your racket? That could be okay. That may not be okay. It really depends.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with showing frustration or anger, as long as you're not abusing other people or hurting other people. It's like when Sasha came and banged his racket on the referee's chair.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
I mean,
when Nick Kyrgios does his stunts and is doing random stuff on court,
Yep.
I don't think that gives, especially for the juniors, like
Yep.
you talk about, right?
Yep.
Like it doesn't. Sportsmanship is very important.
it's very, very important.
If I think screaming or just having dialogue with your coaching box and showing your frustration and like, that's okay, I think.
Yeah.
But I think throwing stuff, like trying to hit the ball or smashing the wall or the chairs or something,
Yep.
is probably not okay. I mean, what's your take?
I think it's pretty disgusting. He should have been banned, right? Not only from the tournament, but from subsequent couple of matches too. He got away with it, and I don't know how and why. Because I mean, see, at the end of the day, it's a very instinctive reaction, but he did hit the ball, and it almost nailed a kid. Okay, I mean, like, to me, like, if my own children or my the kids I coach, a lot of these kids are looking forward to doing ball kid duties in these pro matches. Like, what the hell, man? Like I will not recommend them to ever go like this. Like if you are being put in dangerous way from like players who cannot get a grip on their emotions. So to me, it's a safety issue. And this, to me, looking closely at this versus the one that got him kicked out of the US Open in 2020. The US Open 2020, it was more about what happened. He hit the ball without even looking, and that happened to hit the lines person behind. Here, it happened in full view. So to me, this incident was more egregious than the one before. Of course, obviously nobody intends to hurt, but the rules are clear. Now, had the ball hit the kid, he would have been banned. So to me, the rule itself is like ambiguous. Like, okay, are you looking at somebody to get hurt, and only then will you enforce the law, or you have going to enforce the law nonetheless? Yeah, it's like,
I think it's case by case basis.
yeah. So I think the law should be uniform, and like if you are hitting the ball in anger and it happens to be anywhere within the vicinity, it's an automatic ban. Like just stamp this out, or get rid of all these ball kids and make these players pick up the balls themselves. Like, because I mean, I think
I'm in favor of that, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah.
Because from a safety perspective, if anybody, like, if their emotions go the other way, and they take it out and stuff, then at least you're not hurting anyone. But then I have spoken to some students who have actually been ball kids. And it's something that they look forward to.
Yes.
Because they look up to these professional players, they see them very closely, and I think they really have high, like, they regard them very highly, right?
I mean, they're tennis gods, man. These people, and like, I mean, what the hell, and what are they doing
So
like this?
on the other side of the coin, I just feel like, humans are entitled to have emotions, right? We are not like, it's like, how do you manage when you're playing a match? Like, sometimes it's very difficult, right? Because adrenaline, and it's like that drive, competitiveness. I'm a little bit more lenient about this. I'm like, mistakes happen. It's not like you're not intentionally trying to hurt someone. But when my issue is when it's a pattern. And it happens frequently. Then it's an issue.
Right.
Like, there are one of the reasons I love Nadal and I idolize him is his behavior on and off court was outstanding.
Yes, absolutely.
That is the standard, probably, but not everybody can be like that.
Yes.
Speaking of Nadal, so, and maybe the big five, could be big five actually. Roger Federer was at the Australian Open.
That was so nice to see.
It was nice to see him. He played a one-off tiebreaker against Casper Ruud, which he won. And everybody is like wanting him back. What can he do, even if he got a wild card entry into the draw? It was fun to see him.
And the double that they were playing with Agassi.
Yes,
that was fun to watch too.
Hewitt and Rafter versus Agassi and Federer. Now, the other person I want to mention, that's why I said the big five, is Stan. So Wawrinka, who Coach Craig loves, and even I'm actually
he's my favorite player.
Right. So I'm going to let you talk about this because he played a couple of amazing matches. He in the round 3, he fought really hard in a 4-set close match against Taylor Fritz. His backhand is still just amazing. Like, some of the shots that he hit, even like, I think there is this clip on social media where it's like his last winner in Australia, and I actually shared that on the Instagram post as one of the points, and I saved it because it was such a clean backhand winner, and the entire stadium erupted. So they love him because he just plays with a lot of passion, right? And he's won in Australia before. He beat Nadal in the finals.
Absolutely,
So why don't you give a little bit of a 1-minute spiel on Stan?
I mean, he's the man. I mean, it's incredible how his career has panned out. So he's one of those players, right? He took some time to develop. I think he came into the scene. I think in the probably 2006 2007. I think he won the doubles Olympic gold with Federer. That was amazing to watch. And then you could see that that one-handed had so much of pace and spin. It was just a function of how strong he was. Like he was. I mean, he worked at it. He came with a lot of hard work. But the thing was, he had a lot of inconsistent results. Right? He had high peaks and low valleys. Like he would win big and then next match. So I think that 2013, 2014, 2015, those the 3-4 years where his peak, where he really got everything together. He was like, I mean, beating Novak like in big matches, in big finals, like three times, like once in semifinal and twice, two finals. Incredible achievements. Like, and it's not like Novak was playing bad. Like he would push him way beyond behind the baseline, open up those angles, and in his peak, he was an amazing player to watch. And I think one of the best matches he's played. Of course, people say that 2013 Australian Open round of 16 against Novak, which like finished at like some, I don't know, ridiculous score in the fifth set. And Novak had to play the match of his life to save that one. But one of the matches that he played was against Richard Gasquet in the French Open that year. That I mean, we'll link that in this to this episode. And the backhands that they were hitting and the level that they were playing was just incredible. So, and one of the greats of the game.
Easily, and I just want to mention there was this French Open final that he won.
Yes.
That I see often for the level, the quality, the crowd support,
Yep.
and the way Stan just won it was something unbelievable. One of the best matches,
Yep.
along with the Federer-Nadal rivalry. I think Stan and Novak had some amazing matches.
Yes.
And the guy, he took out two cans of beers on court during his
Yeah.
post-match interview,
Yep.
or like on-court post-match interview, and he just opened a can of beer and said cheers to the audience, and just that's a great way to end it. And I think Coach Craig would really appreciate that, because I see Coach Craig doing something similar. So shout out to Coach Craig. We miss you on this episode.
Yep. And Coach Craig has done it during recording in the podcast as well. And that's why you get some of the best lines from him. So yeah.
I know exactly, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so
moving on to the women's, yeah.
moving on to the women's.
Yes.
Let's see. So for me, again, since we spoke about the wild card, for me, I was excited to see what Mboko would do.
Yes.
She was my pick for like somebody who would make an impression, and she did really well. I think she just lost in a close match. I think she lost to Sabalenka,
Yes.
7-6, 6-1 or something like that.
Yep.
Which is, I think she definitely impressed.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to seeing Alex Yala. I'm a fan of her tennis. Unfortunately, after bagling Alicia, what's her name, Parks?
Yeah.
I forget. She ended up losing that match, which was, in fact, I must mention, they put Alex Yala on a smaller court,
Okay.
and the crowd was insane. Like, she should have been in the Rod Laver Arena. There is like, they had so many people who they could not fit into that smaller stadium. The Filipino crowd was just unbelievable, and I think our opponent had started to have some issues with the crowd, which is, I mean, you have to be respectful, right, as a crowd.
That's true.
But maybe that spurred her on. I don't know. That reminds of the Novak thing, right?
Yep.
When he plays Federer.
Yeah.
But man, Alex Yala is going to do well.
Yep. She's
It's a little bit
definitely.
disappointing to see some of the other talented people like Raducanu has been like so on and off.
Yeah.
since
First
he
or
won.
second round, she exited.
She exited in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
second round, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
Then,
Yeah.
one of the younger people that has done really well is Jovic.
Yes. American girl, right? So this has been a breakout tournament for her.
That's been she's done really well. Coach Craig picked Andreeva to be one of the breakout stars. I mean, I don't know about breakout.
Yeah.
I think
of course. She won Indian Wells last year, so
She's a star.
She's a star. Yeah.
but she just lost last night, I believe, which
Yes.
is to Svitolina.
Yes, Svitolina,
Who
the
is
Ukrainian. Yeah, she's
Svitolina is like um, a, a very classy and a solid tennis player.
yes,
Um,
like her husband Monfils, man, classy as hell,
who
both of them.
who also one of my favorite players. I've actually seen him live
Yeah,
at Indian Wells.
yeah,
Great entertainer. Unfortunately, he lost in the first round, but man, I'm gonna miss that guy. That guy is a pure entertainer on court.
yeah. Oh, speaking of Svitolina, by the way, what I've heard is that she is on her own dime funding Ukrainian tennis. You know, with all
Oh, wow.
the things going on in Ukraine. So I believe
Yeah.
she does a lot of work for Ukrainian tennis. So she's
That's very nice
incredible
of her.
player. And you know, this late career, she's like, I mean, taking out Andreeva is quite an achievement.
That's a really good win actually.
Yeah.
And Andreeva is top 10.
Yes.
Now there was another girl who got a lot of fans. Like it was super. The Turkish girl. I forget her.
Yeah,
I
I
forget.
somehow missed all of this.
I don't want to botch anyone's name.
Yeah.
But there was this Turkish girl who I think won like 3 rounds or something,
Nice.
and there were like Turkish flags flying all over the
Nice.
court. Massive fan following. I believe she lost in the third round, I think. And
Hey,
so
Coco Gauff is playing well. I mean,
yes, I was just coming to
yeah.
some of the top 3-4 players. So Sabalenka has had a couple of tough matches
Yep.
where it's been close, 2 sets. So she's rolling along fine.
Yep.
Iga has I think she's playing Jovic, if I'm not mistaken. Tonight, maybe?
Yes.
That could be a tough match. But I expect Iga to win that. Coco had a tricky match
Yes.
last round.
Yeah, against Haley Baptiste.
Yes. They know each other's game.
Yes, fun story. I actually saw Haley Baptiste play 3 years back in Stanford. My son was doing the ball kit duties for that match, I believe. And
Oh, really?
Yes, and she's pretty nice, and I could see that there was a lot of talent. She could hit the ball well, very good ball skills. Thought
Okay,
that
that's great.
She would do well.
She pushed Coco.
Yes, she won the first set. Yes,
Yeah. So
and yes, we just saw actually today about an hour back Pegula and was versus
Madison Keys.
Yes,
yep.
yeah. Pegula took care of
Pegula,
this, yes.
that's a good win against the defending champion.
Yes.
And just before this episode, I think Amanda won.
Yes.
So she's through. And who else do we have?
Sabalenka, Gauff, Pegula.
Sabalenka, Gauff, Pegula, Svitolina, Iga.
Yes.
And
Mertens.
I see.
Yes.
Mertens. Okay.
So
What
yeah.
happened to? Okay, so
Yep.
it will be interesting. I mean,
Yes,
I don't know.
interesting. I think
It's hard to predict this
Yes,
one
it's
because
hard.
I really want to see whether Coco can take the next step.
yeah, I feel
That's what
Sabalenka has a lot of firepower and the experience. So
Yeah.
I have, or it could be Iga. So you don't know. It's not like it's her favorite surface, but
I think Iga and Carlos are both trying to win the Australian Open for the first time.
yes, yeah,
So it's interesting because that's a different drive that they have.
yeah,
I'm keen to see what happens. We forgot my picks outside, like dark horse pick is Rybakina.
Rybakina, yeah.
Because I feel like she was strong coming into the tournament. We'll see how she does. But looking forward to the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final, obviously this coming week.
Yep.
It should be fun. I've not been following too much doubles, but I will try to
We
this
should
coming
definitely.
week.
I think the next episode we should definitely like follow up the doubles and give an overview because I think it's super important. Yeah.
Super important, and I think one of our goals this year, if we can execute, and Tarun, we need to talk offline about this, is as a team, if we are able to go to Indian Wells,
Yep.
we will try to get some material from Indian Wells, maybe live, um and share some of our observations from what we see in terms of players, from their fundamental fitness and mindset part of
Yep.
things, which is basically what we stand for at Tennishackery. And if you're able to do that as a team, we are highly like excited.
Yes.
Uh, and we'll definitely bring some content to our
Yes.
viewers.
Yes. Yes. Hey, I will go around with my iPhone and I will be the paparazzi.
Right,
We'll
right.
chase around the pros. Just
Yeah,
kidding. We'll give
exactly.
just kidding. Yeah.
So speaking about that, that's obviously
Yeah.
one thing that, since Indian Wells is so close to our homes, that is something that we are trying to make happen.
Yeah.
Now, from a tennis hackery perspective, because at the end of the day, we are also trying to build something at tennis
Right.
hackery. Tarun, what are we looking ahead to, like
Yes.
by spring and summer?
Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely want to launch our match analysis platform later, in most likely in spring. Our idea is, like Soham mentioned in the beginning of the episode, it's definitely to apply the fundamentals, fitness and mind principles to match analysis. So quite often matches are evaluated by ratings, rankings, or results. But I think it's more than that. It's we think of this more as a journey, as Soham very well alluded to. So it's more about the journey, and what we are trying to see is if we can deconstruct this journey in terms of fundamentals, fitness, and mindset, and give you a few things to work on, if you need it. If not, we'll just deconstruct the match in terms of what happened, what are the patterns of play. And if you give us the statistics in terms of and we will go and look at that. Even if you don't have it, we will look at the raw video. We'll come up with patterns of play that you went through, and we'll help you improve. And if you want, we could give you a plan of improvement, like what happened in the match, what can you work on based on your fundamentals, fitness and mind, and take it to the practice courts, practice with a certain goal, with certain intensity, and rinse and repeat. So play the next match, and then we'll see if you've improved or not, whether the practice is working or not, things like that. And we want to create this feedback loop, match play practice, then match play practice, and where we as tennis hackery sit in between the match and practice play, be that voice, be that analytics engine, be that second coach. If you have a primary coach, great, but a secondary coach to help you in that journey. So
Yes, I mean, we are excited, obviously, and looking forward to having more juniors or adults
yes.
look at tennis as means of, like you correctly said, not as winning or losing,
Yes.
but more as how do I grow in the sport.
Yes.
And the way we want to break it down is you can grow in three specific areas, and we usually have that as fundamentals, fitness, and mindset.
Yes.
And if we are successfully able to take you on this journey and path where each of our players that we are analyzing and working with are growing in these areas over time,
Yes.
our objective is to make everybody feel like they have grown, they've improved, and they are a wholesome tennis player as a result
Right.
of the growth.
Yeah.
And we are confident because like we use data to do our analysis, we use data to back our justification, and recommendations,
Yes.
which are coming from expert coaches like Coach Alex and Coach Craig,
Yes.
who are experts in their field,
Absolutely.
and they have plenty of experience working with top juniors and sometimes even like pros. So we are really excited to work with a ton of people. We may even be hosting some tournaments in Northern California for specific range of juniors or adults, and obviously pretty competitive. And that will be like really good data for us um, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everybody not only loves tennis, enjoys tennis, competes hard, but also they see like growth.
Yes.
So they fall in love with the sport even more.
Absolutely, yeah. It's about the tinkering, the hacking mindset. That's why you see the tennis hackery, right? So
Yeah.
you want to. It's about fulfilling that curiosity, like improving. What's the next step? Have I improved? You take the next step. It's just the journey of and the joy of learning. Of course, it's not always joy, because sometimes you will take a few steps back before taking a
Yeah.
few steps forward. But that's a part of the process. Like if
Yes.
everything was so easy, then this wouldn't be even a sport, right? So
We have to believe in the process, right?
yes,
Like you
yes,
said. I
yes,
mean,
yeah,
um, in order for you to succeed, sometimes you have to drop, realize
yeah,
things, and then move up when you have the template and the tools
yeah,
to succeed. And we at Tennis Hackery are going to help you um, set up for success, right? And provide you the right tools and feedback and the support system that's going to make you go through the journey, and hopefully it's a fulfilling one. So we are excited. Obviously, we, as we had mentioned in the previous episode, the at the year-end special, we will have a lineup of certain guests that we want to bring in, and you know, guests in like renowned guests in fields of technicals of tennis, or the strategy minds of tennis, and the fitness aspect of tennis, because we believe all three of them are as important as, right?
yeah,
And we have had amazing guests who we are still in touch with, and you never know, we might bring them back on by popular demand.
yep, absolutely.
So do let us know in your comments when you do hear us, if you want to listen to some specific guests, and we'll try our best to bring them on board, and maybe we can do
Yeah,
a couple of live episodes.
absolutely. And any specific topics, any specific aspects of the game that you want to cover, we'd be happy to get into that.
Great.
Great. With that, we come to end of episode number 36. Thank you very much for listening. Again, I will launch into where you can find us. At Tennis Hackery with a Y is our social media handle. We'll be on Instagram, Facebook, X. We are the audio version goes to Spotify, but you can find us on any of your podcasting apps, whether it's Apple Podcasts or anything on Android, any of the podcasting platforms. Just look for Tennis Hackery. You should be able to find us. The video version goes to YouTube. So please like, share, subscribe, comment. All these social media interactions help us feed this algorithm, and helps us grow and bring better content to you. That being said, hopefully we'll see you next in the next episode at the close of the Australian Open. Post-mortem analysis and all the fun stuff. Bye.
All right, see you guys.